Hey everyone, it's Anahata. How are you? Hope you're doing great. I often get asked questions such as, is there a code for cancer? Or is there a code for my migraines? Or is there a code that will help me to manifest my soulmate, my twin flame? Is there a code for feeling depressed? Is there a code for, the pain in my hip, etc.? And my favorite way to respond is always the same, and that is, there's a code for that. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky, because a lot of people think that there is a code called cancer, for example, or migraine, or fill in the blank with your, desire or pain. And so I wanted to do this very short live today to express to you that everything that we're experiencing, we are just deciphering with our senses, our five senses, our sight, our sound, our hearing, our tasting, our touching, right? We are energy decipherers. We go about our day deciphering energy. When you pick up a lemon, you look at the lemon and you cut it open and you see it, you experience its vibration. Everything has a unique energy signature. Now there are species and categories, but if you look at the macro level of anything, it is just a coordination of protons, neutrons, right? And the way they are arranged, they are just slightly off from one another, and it makes that thing that thing. And so we are swimming in a soup of energy and information, of frequencies. And what makes one thing versus another is simply the rate at which that energy moves. Very simple. And we have limited senses in our ability to interpret. I think our eyes only see like 4% of the entire color spectrum. Of course, there's much more than meets the eye, is my point. Hey everyone, how are you? Hey Christian, Amy, Nita, and everyone in replay, welcome. I'm just talking to you all about the fact that there's a code for any concern or desire you have. And I'm trying to put it into simplistic terms so that you understand what the heck the codes are, to demystify them. A lot of people are like, is there a code for cancer? Is there a code for migraines? Is there a code for the pain in my hip, or for my broken heart, or, to reach abundance and all of this stuff? And my answer is always the same. There's a code for that. But we are not chasing symptoms. There is no code called cancer, because cancer is an experience, a response that you're having to your unique situation, your circumstance. So again, we are energy interpreters, decipherers. And so a lemon is, a proton and a neutron away from a dog. I mean, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but not by much. If you look at the periodic table of elements, those are the elements. And depending on how they're arranged, it makes that thing that thing. And so if you can imagine the collective definition of a thing lying outside of our dimension, that is what I channel the portal to. And this is just how energy flows. We all, at the center of every molecule, there is a source point. At the center of your anatomy, in your heart, there is a source point. Every cell has a source point. And I did a YouTube video this week about the torus, if you're interested in how that energy flows around that vortex, that channel. But I want to keep this simple and just let you know that yes, everything has an energy signature. You are an energy decipherer. We have limited senses, seeing, tasting, touching, feeling, smelling. But beyond our perception of sensory, there is energy and information. And we are connected to all of it. innately. It's who we are. We cannot actually unattach from that. We can numb ourselves out and not connect in, but we can also activate limitless information through those portals. And the codes give you that information and energy. So here's where I want to explain really quickly. If you have a pain in your hip, okay, there's a code for that. There is an energetic frequency signature in the universe that if you came into contact with, would restore and resolve that issue, okay? When prana slows down, when energy slows down, it manifests dis-ease. So there is energy and information that you are already connected to that you just need to activate that will unlock the stagnation of that energy. Now, people go to acupuncturists, people take herbs, people have surgeries, people do this, that, and the other to do what? To activate a healing response. And so, because you are connected to all things, you have access to all things without them having to be physically with you, that is what the codes do. They are your quantum aisle, so to speak. Imagine walking down the grocery store, knowing that you need a little bit of that, and you could just pull it off the shelf. That's what the codes deliver to you. They deliver to you the complete definition of whatever it is the code is expressing, the essence of that thing. And so you may need a crystal to, quote unquote, heal your concern in your hip. You may need a love-based assisting frequency. There are 35 categories and growing. And it's just a documentation, a library of energy and information that once you install, you open up that portal to that energy and information, and your body can use it to activate dynamic restoration. That's all it is. That's all it is. So yes, there's a code for cancer. Is the code for cancer, your cancer, going to be different than someone else's? Yes, because you're manifesting and your cells are duplicating due to a different factor than anyone else. So the key to your resolution may not be the key to someone else's. And I want to just add one last thing before I wrap up today. Besides the fact that the codes are free, if you go to www.anahatacodes.com, you can download a free guide. Start pulling codes, guys. It's an amazing journey to see what arises in response to your asking. No two codes will be activated in the same way, because what I want to tell you is it is your response to the energy and information that brings the change. It is not forceful. It's a self-directed biological transformation. And this is, in fact, how we activate our own genes on a regular basis. We are energy decipherers, and it is our response to our environment which activates our dynamic gene expression, right? Bruce Lipton. And so we can go about deciphering and choosing a response, and our choice in how we respond to that energy and information is what's going to magnetize to us in the days that follow. This gets into cause and effect and polarity and magnetism and the law of attraction and a lot of other factors. But trust me when I say that's what's occurring. Your response, what lies before you is what vibes now. What you're experiencing now is vibration from the past, is manifested from the past. So it's your ever-present now choice in the eternal now. This is why I say allow in the now, and choose anew in every moment. But it's your response to the energy and information that you're experiencing now, which will magnetize your experiences in the future. And so you always have a choice, always have a choice. And so when you call upon an assisting frequency, when you ask for a reconnection to the information that you are preventing from allowing at the moment that you need, you unlock powerful resonance remembrance, where your body uses that energy and information to unblock. Actually, there's 7 things that it does. And those are the 7 tools of restoration. I teach you about those on my website for free as well. So do check out the codes. Yes, there's a code for that. Any concern or desire, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Not just, again, concerns. It's evolutionary support. You can literally find a code look at. It's recording. Hopefully you can hear me. We had a low network connection. Hey everyone joining, nice to see you all. I'm just talking about the codes real quick and we're wrapping up, so you may have to go into replay. But if you want to dive deeper into this self-directed biological transformative technology that is coming back through Anahata codes, resonance, remembrance, do go to www.forjoyandgenius.com. I'll put it in the thread. forjoyandgenius.com. Beginning January 1st, we are going to go on a 31-day guided journey into activating your potent purpose. And I'm going to be teaching you simple, guys, this is going to be very small bite-sized chunks. They're 5-minute daily audios. That's all you do is tune in, listen for 5 minutes, and I'm going to use a timer because, as you know, I'm long-winded. I could go on for hours about all of this. It's going to be 5 minutes, and it's going to be diluted, distilled, potent medicine for 31 days that are going to get all 3 of your minds on board, because the universe is everything comes from a thought that evokes an emotional response that magnetizes to it. Over 31 days, we are going to systematically get our subconscious on board with our conscious so that we can tap into our superconscious. Boy, it's getting really bright. Sorry, guys. I'm on my hammock. I'll let you look at where I'm at. It's really bright. Probably a better view for you all. So we are going to get our subconscious, what's playing on default. This is our ego mechanisms of safety and judgment and all of the stuff that we've archived away that's running on autopilot. We're going to get that all up and aligned with where we're consciously headed in the eternal now moment. In bites. Some toxic relationship patterns, whatever it is that you're going to first start off with. And by the end of the 31 days, you will have aligned all 3 of your minds in a way that unlocks your ascension panel, right? You're going to have all 3 minds on the same page. Imagine it as 3 interlocking circles. They're going to line up to where you're going to be able to receive the divine information you came here to receive. You can't do that when you're in stress response. You can't do that when you are hyper focused on the past or the future. You can't do that when you're fragmenting your energy or when you're contracted, when you're in fight, flight, or frozen mode. So we are going to just gently and systematically build new habits that nurture your soul, that build harmonious flow, that unlock your genius. And you guys are going to feel so good coming into 2020 and beyond. That's what it's all about, tapping into your potent purpose and delivering meaningful contribution to the world. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. I love you so much. Mwah. I will put the link here and you can check that out. there is a free 7-day accelerator for Joy and Genius. And then we begin January 1st, and we are going to use the Anahata codes as well as a way to align in a visceral way with the future we seek. And we are going to allow in the now. We are going to learn to view any obstacles that come to us as fodder for our training. We're going to train up. We're going to start understanding that the resistance we're feeling is an alert system as to some programming that doesn't serve us. And when we can view it as a way to up level, we can get assistance for that. We can rewrite our old stories of pain. We can get our ego on board with moving forward past our comfort zone into actual comfort through our unlocking of our potent purpose and our genius. And you guys are going to feel really good because the neurochemistry, you're going to have a lot of, dopamine going on and joy of the journey, baby. Autotelic. So I love you so much. Have a good day. I hope that explained a little bit more about the fact that yes, there is a code for that. No, it's not called that. And that every code is activated differently based on your own needs. And it's the totality of definition in that code that you unlock the wisdom you need for you, right? Let's say you have a migraine and you pull rose quartz. You're going to activate dynamically through that totality of definition something totally different than if someone asked for rose quartz to heal their broken heart, for example, right? And yet it's the same essence. So again, it's just energy and information being dynamically activated based on your unique asking. And it's very potent and instantaneous. This is quantum stuff, guys. There's no limit to what you can achieve through getting all three of your minds on board. And I can't wait to see what is unlocked and uncovered and the satisfaction and joy and peace and excitement that it brings into your life for 2020 and beyond. Okay, guys, I love you all. Mwah. Talk to you later. Feel free and post any questions you have and I'll answer them. Okay, bye. Love you.